Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are back to work on the crispy Brutale, and we have a beautiful TTX shock from Evolution Bike to finish that rear assembly. Out with the old, in with the new. We are back in the Motorcycle Workshop manual, figuring out all the torque specs for the suspension. That includes where the TTX shock mounts to the bottom of the swing arm, including the link and this piece. Once we get that all finished and torqued down, we got a sweet package from Race Bike Bitz to crack open for you guys and install on the Brutale. Now, the attention to detail on these Samco hoses is not only the best I've ever seen, but they even provide you with special hose clamps. Most hose clamps have sharp edges, but the ones provided in the Samco kit from Race Bike Bitz has rolled edges on the clamps, so there's no damage to these hoses. I went with black because any other color looks pretty tacky in my opinion, and they were super easy to find on Race Bike Bitz, and I was shocked they made a kit for such a new bike. Let's install as many of these as we can, and then pause on working on these hoses and get the motor in the frame. All right, let's get this engine in the frame. No way, check this out. That is the connecting rod. You can see it through the clutch cover case. That is so cool. Well, the engine is in the frame. We have the clutch casing off, which exposes the hydraulic clutch with the plates and the basket. You can see the connecting rod through this cover. And man, those suckers are tiny compared to a vehicle connecting rod. I mean, this is the width of the cylinder. Here's a vehicle connecting rod. I mean, it's a little bit bigger, but moving on to this side, we removed the oil filter and cap, the oil pan, along with the pump, and the middle plate, completely exposing the bottom of the engine. Now it's our job to get that all cleaned up and get it to stop leaking. Now I do have a solution for all of the disgusting paint on the engine. Trust me, it's in the works. Once we finish dealing with the engine casing, I want to move on to the cooling system and the exhaust, mock everything up. It's pretty late here, so we'll catch you guys in the morning. The bottom plate and the oil pan are installed on the bottom of the engine. Now we move on to our brand new filter kit from MV Agusta, along with a bunch of seals and an oil pressure sensor we'll get to in a minute. What do we have in here? Okay, very nice. A brand new filter and spring that both sit in the oil cap like so, and a new O-ring. Let's put this together. We ended up using some WD-40 on the titanium pipes, which helped to clean up the titanium and bring back that color. And in places that we sanded a bunch to get this burnt material off, it just went back to the same gray. And with a little bit of heat, that will come back to blue. Now I did try to find a titanium header for this far left side because of this damage here, but Aero Exhaust only sells them as a complete set. So if any of you know where I can get one singular titanium header, let me know. All I've been able to find online is stainless steel, but we gotta keep this gorgeous blue titanium. Now let's come over to here and grab my radiator and oil cooler along with the coolant pipes. This piece runs in front of the headers, and the previous owner did have Samco hoses on it previously, which is pretty cool. Here's our oil cooler, not too shabby. Barely any bent fins, and the rubbers are all still intact, which means it really didn't get that much heat. Set that down here. Here's the bracket for that. You can see the rubbers are still good. Moto course titanium guards. We'll put these on as a final touch later. Oh, and last but not least, our radiator. Man, this thing is heavy. I think there's still fluid in here. Oh, yep. We've got some toasty fans to remove off the back of this sucker. So with all these pieces combined and our brand new Samco hoses, let's try to fit this all together. Well, I was just about to ask you guys where in the world this tube goes, and I thought this went to the return right back in there, but I just realized I had one more hose left and it connects from here right to that return. And I also remembered this hose is actually for the overfill since it's on top of the reservoir tank and it just simply hangs in the fairings down here. I guess you could call it the overflow hose. So we've got two more Samco hoses for the left side of the bike, one for the top right here, which I mentioned, and this elbow, which connects a long metal piece from here to there. Brutale, guys, I'm not sure why there's an extra hole here in the radiator that just simply is plugged up. Maybe this is a drain. I thought it was pretty cool. This is one of the toasted hoses from Samco, and the inside is literally untouched. No cracks at all, but the outside is like cracking all over the place. I watched a few videos on how these are made, and it is multiple layers of material. It is pretty cool how these are made. Also, don't worry guys, we will not be leaving this radiator in the condition it is in right now. We have a solution on the way. Let's finish up this left side of the bike, throw a kickstand on, and roll this puppy outside. It really is a motivational booster to get that bike out in the sun, or the setting sun. She rolls nice and smooth. We are leaking from the caliper in the rear, so I put a little tape on that so it doesn't eat up the carbon. And we're also leaking from this fork, so we're gonna have to address that. I do have a solution, guys, for all the nasty paint and the disgusting charred radiator and oil cooler. Those will be getting dealt with. It just really helps to put everything together to see what I'm working with. I think the kickstand is supposed to be black, but the heat melted the paint off, and now it's this bronzy color. What do you think? Keep the bronze or go with the black? Also, a question for you guys. If any of you know where I can get a titanium header, just this piece, as this exhaust is still good and beautiful, and I want to save it, and I want to just replace this one header. I am still looking for coil packs. I'm actually interested if they make like racing coil packs. Also, I might be going back to the gold forks. I don't know if I like this silver anymore, which is kind of crazy to say despite all the work we put into it. Anyway, guys, this is exciting. I love seeing stuff come together, so we'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.